I'm now delighted to be joined for the first time on the show, founder of the YouTube channel History Revealed, Joel. Thanks for joining me, Joel. And activist Iman Aitin. Thank you very much for joining me, both of you. Iman, I'll start with you and then I'll let Joel respond directly to your statement. Do you think British history is being erased?
Well, no, but let me just be clear. I think we've been manipulated by a very hot article from Telegraph. It basically led us all to believe that this woman, who is technically supposed to be erasing Shakespeare because she was the original, and now our history as English British people is being erased. Well, that title was actually wrong, because Emilia wasn't actually black, nor was she African, nor was she North African. So I'll stop taking the mick and I'll just explain that she had a white mother who was English.
Yeah,
she had a father who was Italian. No. If we're going to talk about it, let me be clear. Let's be clear. Her father was Italian, Spanish. There was no actual link in terms of her actually being North African. The only thing was her being a Sephardic Jew, and some of those people could have migrated to North Africa. And now this has turned into a headline of this apparent replacement of Shakespeare being a black woman who is Jewish from Africa. Yeah. No, that's not the case. She's white as snow, with an Italian father and an English mother. So that's the point. Now I can actually answer your question when you say, is history being erased? Now I can get there. Back in the game. Okay, forgive me. So, no, it's not. I think that it's important to recognise that we are simply rethinking, rewriting history that has discrepancies and lies that have been exposed over the years. That's my quick answer.
Well, all I was going to add, Iman, is that there's other examples of similar things happening before, but I'll let Joel do the work. Joel, I'll introduce you. What do you make of Iman's comments?
Well, what she said about Emilia Bassano being not black is correct. However, what you should note is that the author of the new book explicitly says in an article, in her own words, on the website of the London School of Economics, that Shakespeare was a black woman. It's not the Telegraph distorting things. She explicitly says this. And
I will concede that point. I will concede that point, Joel.
Okay. It's absolutely erasing British history, and unfortunately, this is not the first time. Believe me, this is as sinister as it is silly, because major institutions have been laundering this nonsense. So the BBC, for example, made television programs for kids where they claimed that the Roman Emperor Septimius Severus was black. They showed the Roman army that fighted Boudicca's revolt being mostly black, of course, total rubbish. And of course, Netflix, not so long ago, not British history, but still history nevertheless, decided to tell us that Cleopatra was a black woman.
Iman?
I think that, thank you. I appreciate all of your points, Joel. And I think that anyone that's watching, observing, or experiencing everything that you spoke about has learnt from you. The British erased. They are the masters, the king and queens of erasing history. Let's just be clear on that. And anyone that's concentrating came from you. You are the masters. I'll give you that. British, UK, West are the centre point that we need to refer to in terms of erasing history.
Do you want to point to some examples, Iman?
Let me just finish.
We'll just point to some examples. Give us some examples.
History. Let me just finish, please. Can I just make my point? Thank you. It erased history in terms of Africa and Asia, and also, in fact, if you really want to get close to home, the Irish and the Welsh. During the colonization. During colonization, that was all about control, when it erased languages, culture, history, traditions from all of those people, the Irish, the Welsh, the Asians, and the Africans. So if you want to talk about, Joel, how institutional and silly it is to be erasing history, well, yes, we learnt from you, the Westerners, sir. So yeah, maybe it's a little bit of that. I'll leave it at that.